Hello, I'm Carrie with Bigger Life Adventures, and this is a Vata balancing beginner yoga sequence. So hopefully this will leave you feeling nice and grounded, strengthened, and connected to the earth once we're done. We'll start with a seated meditation. So come to a comfortable seat, anchor your sitting bones into either a block or the mat, and just find a place where you can have a nice straight spine. So you can sit with legs crossed, with ankles crossed, or you could also sit with your knees forward and your feet pointing behind you. It's totally up to you. Bring your eyes to close and bring your awareness to your breath. Start to slow down your inhales and exhales. Breathing in deeply, filling up the entire lower belly, and exhaling slowly, letting it go. Bring your awareness to the base of your spine and start to visualize some long, strong tree roots growing down out of your body, descending through the top of the earth's crust, growing down, lengthening, anchoring you all the way down into the center of the earth. And as you picture your roots anchoring you down into the earth, start to visualize some bright white energy traveling up your roots, slowly moving upwards towards the surface, moving through your tailbone into your body, filling you up, moving up your spine, through your belly, through your heart, through your throat, all the way to the crown of your head. And as this bright white energy fills you up, you feel alive, awakened, yet also connected, calm, and grounded through your roots. Start to deepen your breath a little bit more. And bring a slight constriction to the back of your throat, creating the audible Ujjayi Yogi breath. So it sounds a bit like Darth Vader. Create that slow, audible exhale by constricting the throat. And if at any time throughout the practice you lose this deep, slow breath, just come back to it by coming to a child's pose or another resting pose and coming back to your breath. This is your practice. It's all about your breath, your body, your connection. On your next inhale, blink your eyes open. From your seated position, remove your block and come to Sukhasana, easy cross-legged pose. Bring your hands to the fronts of your knees, just gently resting there. Lengthening your spine up towards the heavens. And on your next inhale, press your heart forward through your shoulders, looking up at the sky and drawing the shoulders back and down. On your exhale, curl the chin into your chest as you lean back on the tailbone. And inhale, heart moves through the shoulders. This is seated cow. Exhale to seated cat, rounding the spine, tucking the chin. Continue inhaling to cow and exhaling to cat with your own breath. We are waking up the spine here, introducing this movement. Visualize that white energy flowing up and down your spine as you move. And start to add any additional organic movements that feel right in your body. Remember, this is your practice. So maybe taking a couple circles one way and then a couple circles the other way. Maybe taking a side bend in each direction. And then come back to center. Let's inhale through cow, exhale through cat together. Inhale to neutral. And then rolling over your knees, or however else you can get there, make your way to tabletop position. So hands pressing down, knees pressing down, knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. And let's continue our cat-cows here. So inhaling, arching the spine, pressing the heart through the shoulders, looking up. Exhale to round, tuck the chin. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Really firm up your fingers and press the earth away. Inhale. Exhale. Continue to the rhythm of your own breath. Maintaining that firm hand lock by spreading all 10 of the fingers nice and wide and really pressing the mat away from you, especially in your cat pose. Start to add any organic movements. Maybe wagging your tail from side to side. Maybe pressing all the way back to a child's pose. And then coming back to tabletop. Do what feels good in your body. And on your next inhale, return to neutral. Bring your knees to touch. Tuck all 10 of your toes under and sit up onto the knees. So you'll probably have to reach back and manually tuck those pinky toes underneath. They're a little bit stubborn there. And if you can, sit all the way back on your heels. This is too much in the bottoms of your feet. You can remain moving forward slightly. This is toe stretch, or toe breaker, some call it. And it's so important because our feet support us all day, especially if we walk or hike or run a lot. Our feet do so much for us and they get so squashed down and bear so much pressure all the time. So it's really important to just stretch them out, give them some love, even though it may feel super uncomfortable. While we're here to distract ourselves from what's going on in our feet, let's exhale the chin to the chest. Inhale, roll right ear to right shoulder and extend the head long. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder and chin to chest. One more neck roll on that side with your breath. On your next inhale, reverse the direction, left ear, left shoulder, and head extends. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder, chin to chest. And one more as we give those feet that loving stretch. Inhale, lift the head, neutralize the spine, and lean forward. Let's pitter-patter out the feet. Feeling that fresh blood and energy returning into the feet. That should feel good. Bring the knees to touch again, and this time sit back on the heels, keeping the tops of the feet flat onto the mat. You can stay here. This is just enough if that's all you do. Or if it feels okay in your ankles and knees, walk your hands behind you and gently lift the knees. This should feel like a good stretch through the fronts of the ankles and shins if it's available to you. You can lower all the way onto the forearms and maybe release the head back, only if that feels okay in your neck. Staying with your breath here. Inhale, pressing back up onto hands and lowering the knees back down. And we'll come now to a ragdoll with the feet behind the wrists, knees bending a lot, lowering the belly onto the thighs. So in ragdoll, create that chest to thigh connection by bending your knees a lot. Then bring your hands to opposite elbows, and if it feels good, you can sway from side to side, expressing some freedom of movement here. Relax the head and neck completely. Let them just be heavy. And then come back to stillness. And then inhale, heel toe your big toes to touch, sliver of space between the heels. Exhale to fold forward, hang heavy. And inhale to slowly rise up. Arms reach high to the sky. Exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Now bring your awareness into your feet as they're grounding down. And start to sway your weight from side to side, moving from the edges of the feet, and then sway it forward and back, moving from the heels through the ball mounts, through the toes. And then inhale, lift all 10 of your toes high, spread them out nice and wide, just like you would with your fingers. And exhale, lower all 10 toes back down. That's your firm foot lock, your firm rooted support against the mat. From here, inhale, reach high as you feel grounded. Exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Find a drishti focal point for your eyes, and inhale, lift your left knee to 90-degree angle. Lift your arms, find your balance here. Don't worry if you fall out, just come right on back. It's not easy. You've got this. Try extending the left leg long, still keeping your balance firmly rooted through that right leg. Inhale, bend the left knee again, and exhale, slowly, gracefully step it back. Swing your arms back into a high lunge with airplane arms. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, reach the arms high, bend deeply into that front knee, back leg is straight. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, airplane flow. Inhale, reach high. Now exhale, rotate the back heel down, turn the hips, open up into your warrior two. Arms are in one long line. Hips are square to the side of the mat, and your gaze is over your front middle fingers. Feeling firmly rooted, feeling your warrior strength coming up from the earth. One more deep breath here. Inhale, straighten the front leg, bump your hips back. Exhale, lean forward, and inhale, rotate open, Trikonasana. You can use a block under your front hand or place it gently against your shin or the mat as the left arm rotates up and open towards the sky. triangle pose, stretching and extending through all four limbs. Feel your chest spiraling open towards the sky. One more inhale here. Exhale, return both hands to the mat. Frame your front foot. Inhale, step the left foot in to meet the right. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, slowly rise. Arms reach high. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale now, other side. So root down through your left foot. You lift your right knee up to that 90-degree angle. Use your focal point to help your balance. If you've got this, extend the legs straight. Inhale, bend the knee 90 degrees. Exhale, slowly sweep the arms as you step back to high lunge, airplane arms. Inhale, arms reach high, open the chest. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, sweep, fly it back. Inhale, reach high. Sink into that front knee. Exhale, warrior two. Hips rotate to the side. Front knee is bending. Back leg is straight and strong. Front heel is in line with the back arch of the foot. And you're gazing over your front fingertips. On your next inhale, straighten the front knee, bump your hips back. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, Trikonasana, using your block under the left hand if needed, or placing it gently on the shin or the mat. Where's your breath? Exhale, bring both hands back to the mat, bend the front knee. Inhale, right foot steps to meet left, big toes touch. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly roll all the way up. Arms reach high. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Widen out your feet to hip width distance apart. And bring your peace fingers to the insides of your big toes, thumbs to the outsides. Bend your knees a lot, create that belly to thigh connection. And use your elbows to pull you deeper into a forward bend. Head and neck hang heavy. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out, release heat. Release the hands. Heel toe the big toes back to touching. Inhale to halfway lift. Bring your hands to the shins. Extend the heart forward as the tailbone reaches back. And exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, sink your hips low, preparing for chair pose. Inhale, arms reach high as you lift the chest. Sink the hips back into that imaginary chair behind you. Squeeze your thighs together. Fire up your belly. Extend the arms long. Inhale here. Exhale, fold forward. Now widen out your feet to mat width distance apart. Turn your toes out, heels in, and sink your hips into Malasana, yogi squat. So, if you're having trouble getting your heels onto the mat, you can move your feet out a little bit wider, or if the heels are still hovering, that's okay. See if you can bring your hands to prayer and use your elbows to press the knees out away from you, creating length through the inner thigh and groin muscles. Keep your spine nice and long, heart lifting, and breathe here. Exhale, release the hands, heel toe your feet back to touch, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, plant the palms, step your right foot back. Inhale, left foot meets right, high plank. Let's hold here. Press the earth away. Puff up through the backs of the shoulders. And exhale, slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Press your palms firmly down beside your chest. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. And inhale to cobra. Lift your heart, lift your chest. Roll your shoulders back and down. Slight bend in the elbows. Exhale, lower it back down, tuck your toes, press the mat away, inhale, tailbone high, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet here, bending one knee and the other. In our first downward facing dog of class, create some more space through the backs of the legs. Then find some stillness. Fire up through both arms as you press your tailbone high to the sky. Inhale, look forward. Right foot steps forward between the hands. Exhale, left foot meets right. Forward fold. Sink your hips low. Inhale, chair pose. We're back here. Squeeze the thighs together. Fire up your belly. Reach high, sink the hips lower. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Left foot steps back. Inhale, right foot back, high plank. Hold here for a breath. Then exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Lift the chest. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, downward facing dog. Tailbone lifts high. Let's stay for 5 breaths. Inhale, look forward, step the left foot all the way up if you can. Exhale, right foot meets left, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Widen out your feet again for another Malasana. Toes out, heels in. Hands to prayer. Press the elbows into the knees. Close your eyes and come back to your breath. Release the hands. Inhale, lift the hips high. Heel toe the feet back to touch. From here, you can step back into your high plank, one foot and then the other again. If you'd like to try a jump back, you're going to press the palms into the earth, bend your knees, keep your elbows slightly bent, and see if you can press firmly enough to create the momentum to land in a high plank with elbows slightly bent. Lower it all the way down. Inhale through cobra. Exhale to your belly. Inhale, downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, inhale your left leg up to horizontal. Bend your knee, curl it in towards your belly, and place the left shin down at the front of the mat, coming into half pigeon. So left knee behind your left wrist, left ankle behind your right wrist. If you'd like to place a block underneath your left hip, you are more than welcome to do so. Check back over your right shoulder to make sure your right leg is straight all the way through the toes. Let's take one inhale here together to lift the chest. And then exhale, keeping that length in the spine. Maybe come down onto the forearms, maybe the forehead. On your next inhale, slowly start to walk your hands back towards your shin. Root them firmly. Tuck your back toes under. And on another inhale, three-legged dog. Extend the left leg high. Bend the knee. Open up the left hip. Maybe take some circles here. Then downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts to horizontal. Exhale, bend the knee, curl it in. Place the shin down, the top of the mat. Maybe choosing that block under the hip. If you did so on the other side. Checking the straightness of the extended left leg. Inhale together here, lift the heart. Exhale slowly. Extend, walk the hands forward. And then inhale, slowly walk the hands back towards the top of the mat. Tuck your back toes under. Extend into three-legged dog. Then bend the right knee. Open the hips, circle it out. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, find length. Tailbone reaches high. Exhale, lower your knees down. Come to standing on your knees for a back bend. We're going to take camel pose, or work towards it here. So if you have a very flexible back, you can keep the tops of your feet down. If your back's a little bit less flexible, definitely tuck your toes under to bring your heels closer to you. When we're in camel, it's a back bend and a throat opener, so it can feel quite intense and uncomfortable. Feel free to come out at any time or back off. The important thing is that rather than just dumping backwards from here, we're really pressing our hips and pelvis forward, focusing on that action, and then also lifting the heart up. So we're moving upwards and back, not just dumping backwards. So start here with your hands supporting your lower back. Press your pelvis forward, lift the chest. If it feels okay, you can reach for the heels and relax the head all the way back. Keep pressing your pelvis forward. And on an inhale, come back up, reversing your steps. Exhale, knees together, forehead to the mat, embryo pose. Releasing that with the counter pose. Inhale, come back up onto the knees. Let's take one more camel. You choose how far you go. Even if you're just working to press the hips forward and staying here, that's perfect. There's no need to push yourself into your fullest expression unless you're ready for that. And always keep breathing. Inhale, reverse your steps. And exhale, forehead down, embryo pose. Rock your forehead from side to side, giving yourself a little third eye massage. And then press your way back up to seated. We'll rotate around on one hip or the other, coming to butterfly pose, soles of the feet touching. So bringing your heels really close to your pelvis will create more of an intense stretch in the inner thighs. If that's not feeling like what you need right now, you can reach your feet further in front of you. Either option is perfect. Inhale, extend, lengthen the crown of the head to the sky. And exhale, round. Like in cat pose, you can round the spine here as you reach your forehead towards your toes. This is another nice restorative counter pose after camel. On your inhale, come back to seated. And we'll extend the legs long in front of us. Maybe jiggle out the knees. Flex your toes back towards your face. And if you're having trouble sitting up nice and tall here, you can definitely sit on a block. Move the flesh away from your sitting bones. That can help as well. Inhale, reach the arms high. And exhale, hinge from your hips, so you're keeping the lower spine as flat as possible as you fold forward into Paschimottanasana. Hands simply resting on the mat. It's not about grabbing your toes, but it is about keeping your toes flexing back towards your face to keep the legs active, create that stretch through the backs of the legs, and keeping the base of the spine nice and flat as you work your forehead towards your toes. Inhale, rise back up to seated, and let that go. Bend your left knee, place the sole of the left foot outside the right knee, bring your left hand behind the base of your spine, fingers pointing away from you. Inhale, reach the right arm high, and exhale, elbow to knee here if you can, or if that's too much, you can simply hug the knee in towards you as you twist, gazing back over your left shoulder. If you've got the elbow to knee, use that leverage to twist yourself just a millimeter deeper with every exhale. Unwind, come back to center, take a little counter stretch the opposite direction, and then switch the legs. So right knee bends, right sole of the foot to the mat, right hand behind your spine, fingers pointing away. Inhale, lift the left arm high. Exhale, elbow to knee or hug the knee in. Gaze over your right shoulder as you inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale to twist a little deeper. Unwind, come back through center, twist the other way for a moment, release the leg, and then let's come into wide-legged seated position. So you might want to turn on your mat. And again, you can sit on a block here if you're having difficulty sitting up straight. Let's take Janu Sirsasana, so we'll bend the right knee now in, bring it to the foot to the inside of the thigh, twist the torso so you're looking over your left toes, and on an exhale, simply fold forward, again reaching your forehead towards your toes. As you do this, you're twisting slightly to the left, so you should feel a stretch in the outside right side body and hip. Inhale, rise back up to center. And we'll take the other side now, Janu Sirsasana, head to knee pose. Flex the right toes back towards your face. First, get your torso turning over that right leg. And on an exhale, fold forward, forehead towards your toes. Inhale, come back up. Extend your legs long in front of you again. And bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the mat, preparing for a little bit of core work before we finish up. So preparing for Navasana boat pose, begin with your hands behind your knee creases, find your balance on your sitting bones, and then lift the shins, pointing the toes now in front of you. You can stay here, rolling the shoulders back and down, lifting the heart high, keeping the spine nice and long. You can extend the arms, palms up. And if you can keep the spine straight, you can try extending the legs to straight as well. But keep from rounding the spine if you're trying that. Let's breathe here for 5 breaths. On your next exhale, you're going to lower into low boat. So keep the legs lifted, keep the torso lifted, keep the arms just a couple inches off the ground. Inhale. Exhale, relax it all down. Side out, good job. Hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side, massaging out the lower back. Reach the hands to the outsides of the knees and press your knees gently towards the earth. This is a modified version of Happy Baby. You can stay here, or if you can keep your tailbone pressing down, you can reach the soles of your feet up towards the sky and bring your hands to the inside arches of the feet for the full Happy Baby. And then rock from side to side. Curl the corners of your mouth up into a smile, like a happy baby, not an apathetic adult. As you rock, maybe extend one leg at a time. A little bit more stretch there. Come back to center. And bring the soles of your feet to touch as you lower the knife edges of your feet onto the mat. Right hand to your belly, left hand to your heart. Supta Baddha Konasana. Start to really move your awareness inside as we close out our practice. Release your Ujjayi breath and return to your relaxed, regular breathing. And finally, extend your legs long and wide so that your feet reach off the edges of the mat. Extend your hands off the edges of the mat. Bring your palms to face upwards to receive. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Let's take one inhale together. Exhale, side out. Let everything go as you move into your final Savasana resting pose. Be heavy on the earth. Let go of any thoughts that arise. Just be here in your bodies, receiving the benefits of your practice. Start to bring your awareness back into your body, deepening your breath, filling up the entire lower belly once again. Start to move gently the fingers and toes, maybe pressing the thumb into each individual fingertip one by one. And then inhale, take a full body stretch. Extend the arms long overhead. Point your toes away from you in front. Exhale, roll over onto your right hand side, coming into a supported fetal position. Using your bicep as a pillow. Resting your left hand on the earth, feeling the support. Sending some love and gratitude to the earth, the ground, the floor beneath you, whatever supports you, keeps you grounded and keeps you connected. In your own time, gently come back to a seat, keeping the eyes closed. Blink your eyes open. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center. Inhale gratitude to yourself for practicing. And exhale gratitude to everyone else around you, your family, your friends, all the other supports you have in your life. We'll close the practice with Nadi Shodhana, which is a pranayama, otherwise known as alternate nostril breathing. This is really good for balancing Vata because it's very calming, soothing, and grounding. So if you ever are experiencing anxiety, insomnia, panic, this scatteredness, lack of focus, it's a good time to practice Nadi Shodhana. It can be very helpful. So what we're going to do is take Vishnu Mudra with the right hand. So curl the pointer and middle finger in to the palm. We're going to be working with the thumb and ring finger, using those to close off the nostrils. Left hand rests on top of the thigh in Jnana Mudra, pointer finger and thumb meeting, symbolizing the union of your individual soul with the divine. We'll close our eyes as we practice this, but keep your eyes open first while I demonstrate. We're going to begin with an inhale to the count of 6 through the left nostril while we close off the right. Then we'll switch, close off the left, exhale for 6 through the right, inhale through the right, switch, close off the right, exhale for 6 through the left, inhale for 6 through the left, and so on and so forth, until eventually we'll end with an exhale through the left. We always begin and end with the left side. So it'll look like this. All right, so closing your eyes, getting ready to begin. Exhale, let all your breath out. Close the right nostril with your thumb and inhale left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch, exhale right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if we can extend it to 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Continue on your own without my counting, trying to keep the same rhythm. It's very important to keep the inhales and exhales equal. So counting in your head with the same pace. After your next exhale through the left side, let it go, return to your regular breathing. Keep your eyes closed. Just take a moment to notice how you feel. Do you feel calmer? Do you feel more grounded? Do you feel balanced? I hope the answer is yes. Remain in meditation for as long as you need. Thank you for letting me guide this practice today. Namaste.